What is up, everybody? My name is Kevin, and today I got a new tier list for you guys. We're going to be putting up a bunch of actors and actresses against each other in this random tier list that I found online. I'm really excited to get this one going, but if you guys are interested in this type of content, movies or TV, please subscribe and like this video. Ring the bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video because I try to post daily, so you don't want to miss one of those videos. And help me out. I'm trying to get over 100 subscribers by the end of next week. So if you guys are interested in helping out this cause, please subscribe. Let's get into it here. So we have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. D tier, worst of the worst. I can't stand whoever's in D tier. First off, Vanessa Hudgens, High School Musical alum. I've only really watched her in High School Musical. I don't think I've ever watched a movie that she has been in other than High School Musical, so I'm going to put her in B tier. I've always liked her. As a kid, I loved her, but I haven't seen her in anything else, so unfortunately, she has to go into B. I have no idea who this is. If you guys know who this is, please comment down below, but I have absolutely no idea who this is, so I'm going to just put them in D tier. That's just honestly, like, if I don't know who you are, you gotta go down here. Scarlett Johansson. Her being Black Widow carries this a lot for me. I don't know if I've seen her in a bunch of other movies that I really enjoyed her in, other than just her being Black Widow. So I think her being so iconic with Black Widow has really just, whenever I see her, I think of Black Widow. So that might be going against her, and I'm sorry, Scarlett Johansson. Jared Leto. Jared Leto's D tier. Look at him and his long hair there, and just his creepy eyes. Jared Leto is awful, an awful actor. I've seen the clips from Mobius. I couldn't force myself to watch Mobius because he is like the main character in that. But other than that, I hate his performance as Joker in the Suicide Squad, so he definitely has to be low. Zac Efron. Okay, this is a hot take. Zac Efron is going to go bottom of A. Him, just like Vanessa Hudgens, I first saw him in High School Musical, so I loved him as Troy Bolton. But I'm convinced, after watching The Iron Claw, that he got snubbed for an Oscar for that performance. That is one of the most gut-wrenching performances I've ever seen by just someone like that. So he has to go A tier. He's in a ton of other movies too, like The Greatest Showman. I know that some people don't like that movie, but he's awesome in that movie too, so I have to put him up there. Steve Carell. I think Steve Carell's going to go S tier for me. Steve Carell's one of my favorite comedians. He's just so iconic in The Office. Everyone knows him from The Office, but I watched Little Miss Sunshine for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I gave that a 5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd. He is so good in that movie. And I also watched Crazy Stupid Love for the first time the other day too, and he's also very good in that movie. So he has a ton of range, and I really want to watch a 40-Year-Old Virgin because I know he's in that too. So he just has the best range, and he's so funny, and he's definitely one of my favorites. Okay, now this guy's name is slipping. He's in Cheaper by a Dozen. Since I don't necessarily know his name off the top of my head, I'm gonna put him in B tier. But I always liked A Cheaper by a Dozen movies. They were always like good, heartwarming, And I think he was in that new TV show, Only Murders in a Building, or something along those lines. So he's still getting work done. I think he's solid. If you see him, then you recognize him because he's so just ingrained in a lot of childhood movies. So he's definitely up there. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is going A tier for me. She is really good in the first Devil Wears Prada, which I'm not the biggest fan of A Devil Wears Prada, but she's pretty good in it. Overall, I have some issues with how she just acts kind of the same in a lot of the movies she's in, but she's in so many good movies, and I'm really excited to see her in the Odyssey. So yeah, overall, and she's very good in Interstellar too. So I think she belongs in A tier. This is who the new Joker's gonna be. I actually haven't seen any of the movies he's in, so out of just respect for him, I'm gonna put him in like C tier. I know he's in Saltburn, but I haven't seen Saltburn, and I haven't seen any of the other movies he's in. I know he's gonna be in the new Beatles movie too, but I don't know. I don't know this guy's name on the top of my head, but he's in the new Knives Out movie. It might be Andrew Scott. That might be what his name is. Andrew Scott. He's in the new Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead Man. And he was in that new World War II movie about D-Day, The Perfect Storm, which I didn't watch that, but he seemed pretty interesting in it. I know he's in a lot of different stuff, but I haven't watched enough confidently to say he's in the upper echelon. So we'll just change C to haven't seen enough. We're going off the fly here, guys. If you haven't seen these videos before, then you know I'm pretty off the fly. Okay, this guy looks familiar. He's one of the he's a comedian, but I also haven't seen enough of him. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what this guy's name is or what movies he's in. He's in actually Horrible Bosses, but I haven't watched Horrible Bosses through. So Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is top of A for me. He is just so iconic as Logan, Wolverine. He's really good in a Greatest Showman, and I really think just being so good in Logan really carries him. He is probably one of the best superhero castings of all time, and oh, he's also really good in The Prestige too. So he's definitely upper echelon for me. When I think of my favorite actors, I think of Hugh Jackman, so he's up there. Walter White himself. It's so bad that I can't even think of his name right now. I'm so bad with names. I haven't fully watched Breaking Bad. I know some people are going to get pissed off about that, but I'm going to put him top of A. In the 2 seasons that I watched of Breaking Bad, because I got kind of stuck in the lull of season 2, he is so good in that show. He is really just iconic. One of the most iconic actors just in general. So if I really watch all Breaking Bad, which I'm planning on doing that, so don't worry, guys, he would go into S tier. Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston is low key gonna go into B tier, and she's gonna be right above Vanessa Hudgens. Jennifer Aniston. When I think of her, I think of Friends, which one of the best shows of all time. But I also think of when she did movies with Adam Sandler, like the murder mysteries, which I don't think they were that good. But Just Go With It is a really good Adam Sandler movie that I believe she's in. Yeah, she's in Just Go With It with Adam Sandler, and that movie's very good. I think that one is really funny, and I really like her in it. She's also in Leprechaun too, so I always have really liked Leprechaun, so she definitely is B tier. Okay, Heath Ledger. This is gonna maybe make some people upset. I, okay, out of respect, I'm gonna put him bottom of S tier. Heath Ledger had one of maybe the best acting performances of all time as the Joker, and my hot take is that that performance really carries The Dark Knight significantly. It really carries The Dark Knight. It makes it one of the best superhero movies of all time for me. And he is really good in 10 Things I Hate About You. That is also one of my favorite movies, so he definitely belongs up there. I haven't watched Brokeback Mountain, but I know a lot of people love him, and it's sad that he's gone. He was gone too soon, but he really could have been one of the best of all time if he was still around today. So unfortunately, I'm gonna just out of respect, I'm gonna put him in S tier. Idris Elba. Believe it or not, Idris Elba is gotta go in the top of or just like in the middle of, or like the back to B tier. I haven't seen enough of Idris Elba, to be honest. I don't know a lot in the movies he's in, but he, I, if I really wanted to, I think he's a good actor. I might want to get into more of his movies, but it's more action oriented. For whatever reason, and this might be a diss, I associate him with like the Jason Statham's of like Hollywood. So maybe that's the wrong impression that I get, but that's how I feel. Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is going in A tier. How he has just catapulted himself the last 5 years into complete like stardom. He is one of the most popular actors just today. Project Hail Mary this year is my favorite movie of the year. I don't think any movie I've watched so far this year has surpassed it. He was awesome as Ken and Barbie, and he's really good in Crazy Stupid Love, The Notebook. Even though I don't love The Notebook, he is just iconic in The Notebook. But overall, he is one of the best working actors that we have today, and I think he is the only reason why I'm interested in Star Wars, because we're getting a new movie with him. Colin Farrell. Out of respect for Colin Farrell, I'm going to put him in A. I haven't watched a whole lot with Colin Farrell, to be honest. I really like his portrayal as the Penguin, but I really did hear that Manchester by the Sea was such a good movie, and I believe he's in that. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, or if I'm mixing it up with another Oscar-worthy movie that he was in a couple years ago. But I really heard he's a phenomenal actor, so I want to get into him more, just out of like the status that I know and what I've seen him in. He's gonna be an A tier. I think this guy's name is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The one movie I saw him in was like, it was the chick flick, or like the super depressing movie 500 Days of Summer, and he's in the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. I haven't seen a whole lot of him though, to be honest. So I'm gonna throw him into like, I haven't seen enough. These actors, like, I need to see more of them to actually give like a good rating. But that, whoever that person is in D tier that I don't know who they are, they deserve to be in D tier. I have no idea who this is. This looks like, I don't know. I think they just put some random in there. So that might be the actress from Gossip Girl, but without disrespecting someone, I'm just gonna put them in D because I don't know who they are. Margot Robbie. Honestly, I'm gonna put Margot Robbie in B tier. Margot Robbie's definitely B tier. I think she's fine for what she is supposed to be in Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, she's just supposed to. Wolf of Wall Street is just an absurd movie. I mean, but she has a really good performance as Harley Quinn. It just happens to be that she's like in the worst DC movies, and I did not enjoy the DCU at that point in time. And I was not a big fan of Barbie. I was slightly disappointed by it, but I do think she did a solid job at portraying Barbie. But overall, not super impressed. I believe this is Callum Turner. I feel like this guy just got married to Dua Lipa, but I'm gonna put in haven't seen enough. This person looks like he was in the movie Green Room, which I just watched for the first time the other day. And honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it, so out of just respect, I'm not gonna put him there. This is some lady from some actress from The Greatest Showman, so I'm gonna put her in. I haven't seen enough. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is up there in A tier. He might be my favorite Batman. He's up there with Michael Keaton, but overall, he is so good in The Dark Knight, Batman Begins. Batman Begins is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. He's really good in The Prestige as well. I was like really shocked by how good he was in The Prestige. And American Psycho, people eat that movie up on Letterboxd. I really like American Psycho. That is a really good movie, and I think he's a really good actor. So even as Gore the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder, even though that movie was awful in my opinion, he did a good job. Okay, this is Martin Short. I'm pretty sure it. These two are like buddies here, and I know they're in the same show or in the same like show, Only Murders in the Building, but I haven't seen enough of him. But I know who he is. Kevin Hart. This might be the toughest one. Since we have a whole, we should have added a C tier here. This is where we were mistaken because Kevin Hart, in my opinion, is like the perfect C tier actor, but I think he's really enjoyable in the Jumanji movies, even though like they're just like guilty pleasure movies to me. And he's really funny in Central Intelligence, but without The Rock, I don't think he's as funny. So let's just say I'll put him at the bottom of B. People are gonna be pissed that like Idris Elba and Kevin Hart are in the same tier. Chris Evans. Chris Evans totally belongs in this B tier. I love him as Captain America. He is so iconic as Captain America. But what other movies has he been in that they're like actually good? I watched Lightyear the other day, and his voice acting, I was not a big fan of the direction they took with Buzz. He's not really great in the Fantastic Four movies. He's in like Red One and all these other random like blockbuster movies that aren't that good. So even though I love him as Captain America is so iconic. He's one of my favorite characters. Him as an actor really just isn't that great. So Johnny Depp. We're not when I'm ranking people on this list. Let's put this out there. We're disregarding any personal life stuff. Okay, we're gonna. If you guys want to put him in D tier because of allegations, you can. But him as Jack Sparrow is one of the most iconic just characters of all time. So I got to put him in at least like A tier. I liked what he was doing in the Fantastic Beasts movies before he got kicked off. And I really liked him as Edward Scissorhands too. So I think he belongs in A tier. He's just such an entertaining actor. This is Macaulay, not Macaulay. This might be Kieran Culkin. I haven't actually seen the show he's in, but I know he's going to be in the new Hunger Games movie, which I'm really excited for. Pedro Pascal. People hate on Pedro Pascal, but Pedro Pascal is one of the best working actors we also have right now. He's been good in every single thing I've seen him in. In the couple episodes he's in of Game of Thrones, he's so entertaining. On top of that, he's really good as just Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. I was a little questionable about that casting, but I really did like him in it. And yeah, he's good as the Mandalorian too. He's good in all these franchise films. He's got it figured out. Okay. This guy's name is slipping on me. I think he's good in Gladiator 2. I never saw. I believe he's in like Afterburn, something with Burn in it, and that he won the Oscar for that, and he was in Hamnet. So I'm gonna put him in A because I know he's like the up and coming guy. He might be in the Beatles biopic too, but we'll see. Selena Gomez. I think Selena Gomez is the definition of like a B tier actress, and I think she's gonna go with like Vanessa Hudgens. I can't think of that many movies Selena Gomez was in that I like truly liked, other than just like Disney movies, like Wizards of the Waverly Place and the Princess Protection Program and stuff like that. So she's got to go down there. Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd is really funny. I just think I gotta put Margot Robbie on top because Ant Man. I do think he's good as Ant Man, but the trilogy as a whole was never like my favorite thing, so I can't really put him up that high. So he's got to stay B tier, and I do think he's really funny though. Edward Norton. Edward Norton is the definition of just another B tier uh, actor for me. So good in Fight Club. So unbelievably good in Fight Club. Other than that, though, I don't like him as the Hulk, and I can't really think of that many movies I've seen him in other than Knives Out, Glass Onion. Wow, my ball knowledge for some of these actors are horrible. Maybe this is something that I need to work on. Comment down below if I need to. But yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal is the definition of like an A tier actor. He is. He's got to go above Hugh Jackman. Not only is he good in just like the superhero stuff, he's really good as Mysterio in Far From Home, but he's very good in the movie's blanking on me. The one with the bunny. I cannot. He's very young in that movie. He uh I cannot believe I'm blanking on this movie. But for the sake of moving this video along, every single movie I've seen him in, he's very good. He's a very serious, great actor. So he deserves it to be up there. Tom Holland. Tom Holland is the definition of a B actor to me as well. And I think he has to go below like he'll go above Paul Rudd because I really like what he did as Spider Man, and he was a pretty good child actor too. So I think he belongs there. But again, I haven't really seen him in anything else other than Spider Man. So because of that, he can't be that high. Austin Butler. People are gonna freak out about this. I haven't seen enough of him. I know he's in Dune. I love Dune. I love all the Dune movies. And I know he was Elvis, but I haven't watched Elvis. I'm not really super into Elvis, to be honest. So I know he also had a new movie come out called Caught Stealing, and that one's on my watch list. I really want to watch that one, but overall, I need to watch more of him. Mila Kunis. I don't think Mila Kunis is that good, to be honest. I'm gonna put Mila Kunis in D tier. Some people love her from the '70s show. I never watched that. I know she's in Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake. I've watched bits and pieces of that, and I think she's an annoying actress. And she's also very annoying in the new Knives Out movie too. It's almost like she doesn't know how to act. So I want to put her there. Robert Pattinson. It is absurd to me how this guy went from Twilight to being one of the best working actors that we have. So I'm gonna put him personally, just like personal rankings. He's gonna go into A tier. He is freaking awesome as the Batman. Let me zoom out here so you guys can see what I'm working with. He is freaking awesome as the Batman, and he was not only good in Twilight too, but now he's in a bunch of movies that I still haven't watched yet. The drama. I have to fully watch Tenet, but he's gonna be in the Odyssey, and I just think everything I've seen him in, he's been super consistent and super enjoyable. Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon is gonna go in B tier. We're gonna have to adjust this, maybe add some people into S tier. Reese Witherspoon is going into B tier. She's super iconic for Legally Blonde, and I think for me, honestly, that's what carries her up there. Ralph Fiennes, straight into S tier. He is my favorite working actor today. He is amazing in The Menu. That is one of my favorite acting performances of all time. He is really great in The Grand Budapest Hotel, which I watched for the first time last year, and that was an awesome movie too. He made Conclave really good. I still have to watch Bone Temple because 28 Days Bone Temple, because I'm not really into the 28 Days Later franchise, so I need to catch up with that. And he's awesome as Voldemort as well, and he's going to be President Snow in the Hunger Games. So he's currently my favorite actor. Dylan O'Brien. I believe this is Dylan O'Brien. This is the Maze Runner. I'm going to also put him towards the lower end of B tier. All right, I'm going to put him above Vanessa Hudgens. Listen, I watched the Maze Runner movies, and I love the Maze Runner movies. I think he's really great in the Maze Runner movies. But I watched Send Help for the first time the other day, and that is one of my favorite movies of this year, and he is phenomenal in that movie, so he deserves to be mid or higher B tier. I don't know this guy's name off the top of my head, and I haven't seen enough of him. He's a part of the '70s show. Oh my, Robert De Niro. This is a very obvious S tier. I mean, he's just phenomenal in Taxi Driver. He's in pretty much every single mafia movie like you've ever thought of, and he's just good in he's good in The Intern too. He's just like that grumpy old guy. Meet the Fockers, everything. He's awesome, an awesome actor. He has a lot of range. I really want to watch The Irishman, but I haven't been able to. Okay, I have no idea who this person is. I haven't seen enough of him. He can kind of go to the back because I don't know who this is. And then we have Jenna Ortega, and I think Jenna Ortega has gotten herself in the lower B tier. I hate Death of a Unicorn. I thought that was very unfunny. And then on top of that, I do think she was very good in X. I didn't watch Beetlejuice, and I did like her enough in the Scream movies to put her up here, but overall, I think she's a little bit overrated. Okay, this is the actor from The Bear, and I know he was in the new Star Wars movie as the voice of Rada the Hutt, but I haven't actually seen The Bear, so he's gonna go in the haven't seen enough category. People are gonna be freaking pissed about some of these people. Bob Odenkirk. I know Odenkirk, and I haven't seen enough of him to actually give you a good opinion about him. Okay, is this? Why am I blanking here? She's in The Blind Side and Miss Congeniality. I really do like her as an actress. I think she's actually going to go top B. I cannot believe I'm blanking on her name. We'll come back to that. Okay, this actress, she's like in all the Tim Burton movies. She's very iconic in Harry Potter and in Fight Club 2. And I wouldn't say she deserves to be lower because I can't remember her name. She's a really good actress. So I'm going to put her in middle of B tier as well. Is this the Ghostbusters guy? I believe this actor's from Ghostbusters. And if you guys don't know, I go to UConn, and one of the assistant coaches, um, Murray, Bill Murray. I think this is Bill Murray. Um, I really love the original Ghostbusters, but I don't remember seeing him in anything else other than Groundhog's Day. Oh, he is good. I'm gonna put him in like that point in A. He's an awesome actor. If that actually is him. Sydney Sweeney. I think Sydney Sweeney is D tier. I've never watched Euphoria, but holy cow, Euphoria looks horrible. But I watched the movie Anyone But You, and I think she isn't a good actress in that. So unfortunately, she deserves to be there. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. obviously is going into A tier for me. He is awesome in Tropic Thunder. He is iconic as Iron Man, and he's just phenomenal to me in every single movie he's in. Even in Oppenheimer, as like the side character, he was great. And finally, Emma Stone. La La Land is one of my favorite movies. If I didn't say that earlier because of Ryan Reynolds, then I'm saying it now. But Emma Stone is one of my favorite working actresses today, so I have to put her in A tier. So what we're looking at here is that out of this specific list that I found, there was a good chunk that I just haven't watched enough of these actors to give you like a full opinion on them. And there wasn't too many D tiers, but some of these D tiers I don't even know if they're actual real people. But a lot of A tier actors. There's a couple people that I really want to put in S tier, but Ralph Fiennes is just up there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and let me know if you would change anything or if there's any movies from some of these actors that I haven't seen that I really should go check out. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.